Hi Pre-K. Today we're going to be mixing some things to make puffy paint. Puffy paint's like regular paint, except regular paint when it dries, it's flat on your paper. Puffy paint when it dries sticks up from your paper. Before we get into mixing things though, I want to talk to you about three-dimensional and two-dimensional, or 3D and 2D. Three-dimensional objects stick up, like this ball. You see that? You can hold it, and you can see it any which way I hold it. Two-dimensional objects, like this piece of paper, is flat. It goes long ways, it goes short ways, but it doesn't stick up like the ball. You can tell the difference between 3D objects and 2D objects by the clap test. What's that? Well, watch. If I put a 2D object on my hand and I clap my hand, you can still hear me clap, can't you? Listen again. Because it's flat. If I put an object that is 3D, which means it's long, short, and up and down, and try and clap, my hands don't even touch, do they? This is a 3D object. Puffy paint, when it dries, is 3D. You're going to be able to see it 1, 2, and 3 different ways. Take a look at my pillow. My pillow is puffy. You can see it goes in one direction this way. It goes in another direction this way. And then it goes in a third direction up and down. That's what makes it 3D, 3 directions. 1, 2, 3. And if I try and clap, I can't do it. My hand doesn't even touch the other hand. But if I have a piece of paper like this is 2D, or 2 directions, 2-dimensional. It goes one way, and then it goes 2 ways. But it's flat. It doesn't go up and down. And if I put it on my hand, oh, you can hear me clap, can't you? So you know this is a 2D object. So, ready for puffy paint? Our puffy paint, when it dries, is going to go 1 direction, 2 directions, 3 directions. I have something here that I made with my puffy paint I want to show you. We did this in our Zoom class. This is a rainbow. And I made clouds in the sun with puffy paint. Now watch what happens when I turn it on its side. You'll still be able to see it. It sticks up. My glire's on there. Let's see. There you go. You can see that it's long. And it goes this way. But then it also sticks up. And I can feel it. And if I put it behind my hand, in between my hands, I can't touch my hands. So it's a 3D picture. And then look what I did with this cool rainbow. I made that stick up too. So it goes one way, it goes 2 ways, and then it also goes up. So you can see it. That's what I made with my puffy paint. I'm going to show you how to make puffy paint, and then you can show me what you can make with your puffy paint. I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right, here we go. All right, ready for our puffy paint? So the materials we're going to need shaving cream, and you're going to need the white foam kind because the gel will not work. So it's the white foam kind. And you're going to need glue, and you can use either clear glue or white glue. Either one will work. Spoon to stir it all up. food coloring, so you can make the colors of paint you want. And if you want, you can put some glitter in it too, because that always makes it fun. So you are going to also need measuring cups, and you can decide on how much you want. The ratio is for whatever 1 part glue, you put 2 parts shaving cream. So if I'm using a 1/4 cup of glue, I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of shaving cream. All right, but you can do whatever. You can do 1 cup of glue and then you'll use 2 cups of shaving cream. So for this one, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of glue, and I will put it in there. I'll pour it in my bowl, and I'm going to use my spoon to scrape it out. There you go. And then I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of shaving cream. There we go. And then I'll scoop that out too and put it in my bowl. Now, I think I'm going to pick, I think I'll go with purple. Purple's a pretty color. What color are you going to pick? I'm going to put some colors in here. So 1, 2, 3 usually is good. If you want darker, you can add more. And then I'm going to take my spoon and mix it all together. And now you're going to see the magic happen. I'll bring it closer so you can see. You see my colors? They're changing it. Probably could have used a bigger bowl, don't you think, friends? I went with a small one. There you go. And it's turning purple. And I'm going to keep mixing the glue and the shaving cream together. There you go. So now I've got 1 done. Now you can do the same for more colors, because it's always fun having more colors. So there's my purple. Miss Tina already mixed up a batch of blue and some green and yellow. And now you can paint whatever you want with a brush, right? You can just dip it in and then you can paint your paper. But what Miss Tina did this time is she put it in a bag, and I'm going to cut off the little end, and then I have a little tool to make my puffy paint, and I can put swirls on my paper and little tiny dots and things like that. So this is something that I'm going to make, and I want to show you guys, but you know, you can make whatever you want, because I already showed you my 3D rainbow picture. But I thought it'd be fun to make a headband. So I cut 2 pieces of paper out, and I'm going to staple them, but you could also tape them or glue them. But I'm going to staple my 2 together, and that way you can wrap around my head. And I can put it right there. I'm measuring how big my head is, friends, so I know where to staple it again. There we go. Okay, so here's my headband. You can see how it fits on my head. I cut out some really cool shapes. I cut out a star, see that? And I cut out a flower shape. And I cut out a butterfly shape. These are all of my construction paper that you guys have at home. And you know what that is? It's a moon. So I can decorate these with my puffy paint. And remember, puffy paint, when it dries, it's going to be 3D. You're going to be able to see it. Right now, these shapes are 2-dimensional. 1 direction, 2 direction, and you can hear it clap. So it's flat, but I want to make them puffy and stand out. I want 1 direction, 2 direction, and then I want it to stick up. So a 3 direction. And I'm going to use my puffy paint to do it. So I'm going to take my puffy paint, and I have it in my bag, but remember, you can also use a brush and paint. And I'm going to cut a little tiny hole. There. And I think I'll do my flower first. So I'm gonna come over here and show you. So here's my flower, and I'm gonna take my green paint, and I wanna squeeze a little tiny circle in the middle. So, there you go. There's my circle. Look, friends, do you see it? It sticks up. So now I've got a little tiny circle in the middle of my flower. And I think I want to use my yellow next, and I'm going to make dots all over. So I'm going to cut my little tip off. And then I'm going to take my flower, and look at that, friends, my paint sticks. And I think I'm going to put dots all over it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want to be careful how I squeeze it too, friends. I don't want to squeeze it too much because then it'll plop all out. And look, I can also outline my flower. Watch. Isn't that pretty? Look what I did with my bag. I outlined it, put it all there, and I can keep doing it and go all the way around. I have to move my hand. So I got so far. There. Look at that! Do you love it? That was fun. I can put more colors on there too. And I can make any design that I want. So if I want to get my star, I can take my yellow paint and do all kinds of cool squiggles on it. Like that. Isn't that cool? There's another cool squiggle. And I can do this all with my Puffy paint. That's pretty cool, huh? And look, you can still see it sticks up. And then when they're done, friends, I can stick them. It's gonna take for a little bit of time for it to dry. Not that long. I can stick them on my headband. Isn't that cool? And I've got a really cool decorative headband. I can put a flower on, or I can put a star on, depends on how I feel. Depends on the headband I wanna wear today. Woo, that's a big one. I could do my butterfly. I still have to decorate my butterfly. My butterfly will be cool. I can put a whole bunch of colors on that one right there. Or I can do my moon after I decorate that. Alrighty? I hope you have a lot of fun with Puffy paint. Remember, it's going to dry puffy, it'll stick up, and it'll be a three-dimensional picture or a headband or whatever else you want. I cannot wait to see what you make. So I'm excited for the pictures. I know Miss Joyce and Miss Phyllis will be too. And if you're joining Zoom class tomorrow, make sure you bring your creations so you can show your classmates, okay? Alrighty, I'll see ya. Bye.